Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Arinthius Frazier, and we are here today to talk to you about Cincinnati Bengal football and what they can do to move forward for the 25-26 season. Um, they're, of course, a run of the mill team at a 9-8 record, and that's good for third in the AFC North. Uh, they lost four out of their first five games, four out of five. And of course, they were in a lot of panic. They couldn't protect Joe Burrow. A lot of turnovers, a lot of turmoil, even with the injuries and the coaching staff at that time. But they turned around and they won their last five games of the season. Joe Burrow had a pretty good season with 4,918 yards passing, 43 TDs, nine interceptions, and of course a 74.7 passer rating. Chase Brown had 990 yards rushing, right along with his seven TDs and 4.5 yards per carry. And Jamar Chase, of course, another all pro season. This kid's a baller. I love Jamar Chase. Uh, he had 127 receptions, and that was good for first in the NFL, right along with 1,708 yards. That was also good for first. 17 TDs receiving and 13.4 yards per catch. Um, the problem that the Bengals really had was that they could not stop the run game. Their opponents rushed for a combined 2,122 yards, and that was good for fourth in the NFL and with the most rushing yards allowed. And of course, if you can't defend the run, you're not going to win too many games. So week 18, they also had 15 players on the injured reserve list. And, for the offseason, of course, what I would do is I would do everything I could to booster that defensive line and get depth across the board defensively and offensively. Like I said, football is a game that's won in the trenches. And if your offensive line or your defensive line struggles, you will not win games. So they need to fix that in a hurry. And they can do that because they have 46.5 million in cap space. So they should be okay as far as having the cap room to be able to make these kinds of moves. And right alongside of that, they also hired Al Golden as their new defensive coordinator. So I think things will look differently if they can do these things, especially with their new defensive coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals. Personally, I'm a big fan of Miles Garrett. I would say go after him. And there's also Max Crosby who wants out of Las Vegas. So with that being said, I think if they make these moves, they can do that.